And we live. We live. We live. Let me try to share this joint right quick to my Facebook. We live, man. I should have used my It's not this not gonna be as clear because I'm using my phone, not my iPad. But I don't think this live is gonna be this long because I'm like in the shop. So whenever they are done, I'm just gonna get off of here. Let me know how it looks. Is it glitchy? Can you guys hear me good? See me good? Let me know. Talk to me. Let me know. Talk to me. Let me know. Can you guys hear me clearly? All that good stuff. Turn this off. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. What's going on? Shout out to the replay gang. Replay gang. Let's go watch this on the replay. Yeah, man. I'm in the shop. God Family Trucking, you know it. You know it. We in the shop, man. It happens. I was broke down 2 weeks ago for 3 days. Nah, this ain't nothing that serious. This ain't nothing that serious, luckily. This could have been a lot worse than what it is. But I'm definitely about to. What up, Corey? I see you. I'm definitely about to probably spend the most money that I've spent in one time on the truck so far. Because I think when I got because when I got when I trailer valve or whatever the leak I had in Cali, that was only like $200. When I had the sensor, oh no, you know what? No. I think that was. I'm lying because I think when I had that check engine light come on, I think that ended up being like $600, like $600 or $700. So I'm lying. I thought this was about to be the most money I spent, but I forgot about that. But anyways, hey man, you want to be the boss, you got to pay the cost. You know what I mean? I see you, Mario. You getting your AP? You look at my bill was $3K. See, that's the bill I'm saving for. You know what I mean? And that's what I be trying to tell people, man. With this lease op stuff and owning your truck, owning your equipment, whatever you decide to do. Like, here's the thing, man. Whether you decide to lease a truck, finance a truck, pay for a truck cash, whatever. The one X factor in all this that we do is maintenance. You know, and it's you're not gonna get around it. You're not gonna hide from it. It's going to come eventually. Something is gonna happen that you're gonna have to fix the truck. It's a machine, and it was man-made. So everything that was man-made, if it's man-made, it will fail. You know what I mean? So, but I don't want to get into that. Here's what I want to get into. I'm gonna try to sum this up quick because I don't know how long they're gonna take to fix all this. I don't think it'll be too long. We'll see. Hopefully the wait to get in the shop will be longer than being in the shop. That's normally how it goes, especially because I'm paying for it myself and not waiting for the company to send in. When you pay for it yourself. I see you, Tracy. What up? When you pay for it yourself, you tend to get faster service. You tend to get faster service. So versus like if your company's paying for it, or if it's some like third party that has to pay for it, you gotta wait for them to clear shit and all that. So because I'm paying for it out of my pocket, they just boom, 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 boom. So basically, here's what happened. Basically, I was in PA earlier today. And I delivered a load, and I was driving through a small town, in like a small short turn. Y'all know how PA get when you get on them back roads and you got them tight turns, tight right turns, tight left turns. No matter which way you turn, it's just gonna be tight. And when you have them tight turns, they have like these. It's almost like, I ain't gonna say ditches, but that's really what they are, ditches on the corners or whatever. So this is why I'm assuming this happened. I was in the it was like in the middle of like a field or whatever. I was making a right turn, And because of how tight the turn was, I had to swing onto oncoming traffic. So because when you make that turn, you got to swing into oncoming traffic, whatever. So you said I keep freezing. I don't know, dog. That's Verizon. This is as good as this gonna get. So I apologize. Like I said, I would have got on my but I may do another live feed later on or tomorrow. But anyways, so I was making a turn, and because I was going on oncoming traffic, a car was coming. I guess they had turned out of the gas station or whatever. So I had to cut my turn shorter than what I wanted to. So because of that, the tail end of my trailer, it stopped, not freezing now. Okay. The tail end of my trailer went into like the ditch or the little, the shit that was right there, and it was just like boom. But it happened so fast to where it went down, but then it came right back out. So I just didn't. That's happened before, and it's just when you make them type of sharp turns, you kind of just gotta keep going, because if you stop, you will get stuck in the ditch. You know what I'm saying? You're not freezing on my end. Depends on which Verizon plan they got. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you stop in that instance, you stuck in the ditch, and that's a whole nother animal. So I just kept going and just kept driving. Didn't feel any vibration in the wheel. I didn't hit anything. It was like a ditch. So what happened was I drove from PA down to Martinsburg, West Virginia, down 81 to pick up this load I'm on now, taking this down to Georgia. And what's going on? I see you guys coming in. Firestarter, I see you. Joey, I see you. I see you too, Be Smooth. What up? But anyways, when I got to the shipper in Martinsburg, West Virginia, and I'm putting my placards on after I got loaded, I always inspect my trailer when I put my placards on, just an extra reason to look at my truck. I noticed that one of my tires looked like they was going flat, and upon further inspection, the bitch was like, it won't flat, but it was like, I saw the rim was bent. The rim on the trailer was bent in like that, and the tire kind of was just like, it wasn't hanging off, but you can see the space in between the rim and the tire. Now the tire looked fine. Now they did end up telling me that the tire was damaged as well. I think they said that the belt on the tire was damaged, so I got to replace the tire as well. But I had driven from probably about 60 miles with the tire and the rim bent, and I didn't feel it. Now mind you, I was empty because I had just delivered up in PA. So at that point, I had to make an executive decision. I could have just stayed there and called road service out to me, which would have probably tripled my bill, tripled my expenses, or I could see how it felt and drive to the nearest tire shop. You know what I mean? And luckily for me, it really didn't affect the drive, and the scale house was closed. So I just came here to the first tire shop that was on the way, which is here where I'm at now. I don't want to give away the location because I don't want nobody getting any ideas, and then I gotta, yeah. But anyways, so yeah, so that's what happened. I made a turn, had to cut it shorter than I wanted to. Trailer went into the ditch, and it bent my rim, and it bent my it damaged the tire. It damaged the tire. So I got to replace the rim, which is, this is steel rim, so that's like $140. And then I'm gonna get a used tire. I could have gotten a brand new tire, but it makes no sense because the other tire is worn. Hold on, they coming and saying something to me? Oh, I thought she was about to say something to me. The inside tire is worn out. So it really wouldn't make a lot of sense to put a brand new tire there, just wear it the fuck out just like that, because it's so much of a difference it is from a new tire and the one on the inside. So but yeah, that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm in the shop. I'm not stressing, I'm not tripping. It's a part of the game, you know what I mean? That's why, they say when you lease a truck, you get some equipment, maintenance, stack that maintenance, you know what I mean? Because even with a new truck, a lot of people say, I want a new truck because of the warranty, and that makes a lot of sense. But in this instance, warranty don't save you. This is human error, I can make excuses of, oh, how if that car wouldn't have came out of that joint so fast, I wouldn't have had to cut the wheel back and wouldn't have ditched or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's trucking. That's the game. The game is the game. You can't get mad at the game. The game don't change, and the game is fair. Shit happens. It don't happen. You know what I mean? I've made a lot of money since I've been here, so that's just, I can't, like, you can't get in trucking and you get in this side of it, or just really anything in trucking, and brag and preach and about how great the money is and how great everything is, but then the minute something bad happens, now you sitting there looking and panicking and crying. What happened to all that money you was making? You know what I mean? And that's what I was saying on my last live feed when I was telling people to please just be prepared for the worst. You know what I mean? Because you just got to know, like let's say, for example, I had the same money management issues that I had 3 years ago, and I was spending my money as it was coming in. Let's say I went and got a Hellcat Charger by now, would have got some stupid shit that I didn't need and spent all the money, and this happened. Now I'm calling my company asking for a loan, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm, scrambling. You feel what I'm saying? So, if I couldn't have, what if I wouldn't have been able to move the truck or the trailer? Or you know what I'm saying? And I would have had to get roadside to come out there. It might have cost me $1,000. Now, granted, with me being able to make it to where I'm at, I think the tire, they said, is like $200 used. The rim is going to be like $140, so that's $340. And then labor and shit, I'm probably looking to spend about $500 to $600. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in that ballpark, maybe even $700. But I got it. And that's not the brag, that's not the boast. You just got to be prepared for this shit, man. This is what this is what I want people to understand. I was just in the shop not but a week ago. I just spent $400 last week to get a PM done. So now you talking about $400 last week, and I'm about to spend another $500, $600, maybe even $700. Now you talking about over $1,000 that I done spent in maintenance in the last 2 weeks, and it can happen just like that. So really, really think about, when you however you want to do it. I'm not here to judge nobody else on how they want to do it, but just be prepared, man. You have to be prepared, because guess what? I didn't get paid today. I told y'all when I went home, I just came off home time a week ago, week and a half, really. Like a week ago from Wednesday, and today's Friday, so a week and 2 days ago. And I stayed home for 12 days. Should I have stayed home that long? When you running your own situation, it's really up to you. But, I did it, and because I did that, and I stayed home a full week, I didn't get paid today. There was no settlement. So I haven't got paid this week, and I've spent $1,000 I'm about to spend over $1,000 in the last week. And sometimes that's just how it's gonna go. It's nobody's fault. It's not, the world picking on you. It's not, none of that. It's just how the business goes. When you come to this side, man, you got to be prepared. You got to pay for the trailer repairs. Yes, you have to pay for the trailer repairs. I'm in the shop getting a trailer tire at the Boss Shop in Salina, Kansas. Okay, I know exactly where you at. How cold is it out there? I know it was. I was just out in what part was that? I was in Kansas on I think that was 35 or 335 on that turnpike, and it was like 40 degrees out there the other night, man. It's that temperature dropping. The temperature is dropping, man. I've been firing up my bunk heater damn near every night. 49. Okay, yeah. I've been firing up. I'm trying to do my best not to idle, just for fuel and shit like that. But if it drop below, like, once it get down to the 30s, man, I'm just gonna just idle that shit. I've been getting away with the bunk heater, like mixing the bunk heater with my fan, because I like blowing air on me. Pause. But I don't want to be cold. So, but it's definitely I've been saving a lot more fuel, because over the summer I was just idling. Well, over the summer, July and August, I was idling a lot. But I'm definitely seeing a big difference in fuel. So much so to, like, for example, this week, like, I'm on my way down to Georgia. Once this pay period, unless he gives me a short run on Monday, because this load don't deliver to Georgia till Monday. I got plenty of time. I'm about to do a 34 and chill and all that. which is another thing. I was actually really fortunate in this situation because, like I said, I could have been on the side of the road. I could have, the scale house that I passed could have been open and they could have pulled me in. Hell, I just got a DLT inspection last week. I could have had 2 weeks back-to-back DLT inspection. You just don't know how shit gonna go sometime, But luckily, everything went smooth. I'm here. The wait was a little long, but this is where I wanted to come and do a 10-hour break anyways. And I'm still ahead of schedule on my load, so I was very, very fortunate just in the timing and the convenience of how everything happened. But it could have went worse, But anyways, shit, what was I just saying? I done lost myself. But yeah, as long as if he don't, I don't know, he might give me a short load on Monday that'll deliver Tuesday to add some more money to this pay period. If he does, cool. If he don't, like I'm already tracking to make. I'm gonna make about $5,600 so far once I deliver this on Monday, and I've only driven like 2,500 miles. So I've averaged that about right around, I think when I did the math, like $2.24 this week. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. It may not be the over the top money that I was making when I was running coast to coast, making $7,000 a week or over $7,000. But this was a much more comfortable like driving experience this week. Like because of how much less I paid in fuel, and I'm not idling the truck as much, I'll probably still make $2,800 to $3,000. It just depends on how much more fuel I put in by Monday, because Monday is the last day the fuel goes on this pay period. But yeah, I'll probably still make like $2,800 to $3,000 off of 2,500 miles, and I'm cool with that. Like I told them straight up, like, because the way it worked was I started the pay period in Texas. I went from Texas up to Nebraska over to Iowa, Iowa to PA to West Virginia. Now I'm on my way from West Virginia to Georgia. Altogether, all of that is on like 2,500 miles. I won't running crazy. I don't think I drove more than 9 hours in a day, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? And I've just been very comfortable doing that. Like it's never been a time where I stopped driving. I'm just like, oh, like it's just been like I stopped driving. It's like, okay, cool. Let me watch 2 episodes of Blacklist. Watch football when it was on, and I've been chilling. So I would very much like to keep running like this. I'm going to keep running like this. I'm gonna tell them straight up, like, yo, it really ain't even no point in sending me west of 35 right now, because from what I'm seeing, as far as the drive-in hazmat lanes, everything is paying over $2 a mile right now for the most part, like everything. So if everything is paying over $2 a mile, it really ain't no sense in me going out west and go through hills and mountains and pay over $3 for fuel a gallon when I can stay, Midwest, Southeast, Northeast, and fuel in the Midwest and in the Southeast on the southern states and pay closer to from $2 to I filled up in Dallas. I think the fuel out there was only like $2, like $2.02. And if I would have went another 20 miles, I was mad, because if I would have went to the QT, I think that shit was only like $1.85 coming out of Fort Worth, going up 35. So, I'm so used to being in Cali all the time, going up and down 5, fuel over there, 313, 325, So I actually had to put, I put 50 gallons in this morning in PA, and that shit was 285. But even that, compared to the Cali shit, you know what I'm saying? It's different, you know what I mean? So it's just a less stressful situation. And for me, that's what's more important to me than just making over the top money right now, because I've kind of made up in my mind I'm not making any type of moves business wise for a year. Like I'm just gonna roll for a year solid, doing the same way I've been doing, running like 2 to 3 weeks, going home, and I'm just gonna do that for a year, and I'm just gonna not rush anything. And I'm just, because for me, again, right now it's not about making the over the top money. For me, it's about my consistency. and being stable and consistent. That's just the main thing for me, for my business to be able to go to the next level. Because I can make a bunch of money, sure, but how long can I keep making that money? Because if I have 4 good months and then the next 3 months are bad, you know what I mean? It kind of averages out, and that's kind of what I've been doing a lot of. I'll go strong and go hard for 2 quarters of the year, but then the last 2 quarters, I'll flip flop, job hop, and do what I do, and it'll fuck up the whole situation. I just refuse to do that with this. You know what I mean? This means too much to me to just and get caught up in the emotion of, oh, I'm making the most money I've ever made in my life. Yeah, that's cool, but you got to get past that. You just have to. That's why I tell people, man, if the only reason you want to be a lease operator is to just make more money, you may really want to reconsider what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean? And that's just how I look at it. Let me see. Let me go back and read some comments. Hellcats ain't cheap in maintenance either. You and them Hellcats. I just got my first settlement today from VL Trucking. I hope it was to your liking. 47 in Michigan. Woo. Was it worth it, jumper? I start next week at VL. Word. Come on to the money team. I'm late, but why is your truck in the shop? Bent rim. My trailer rim was bent, and I had to replace the trailer tire as well. What's the pay period of VL? It's it ends on Tuesday at noon. So from Tuesday at 1 p.m. to Tuesday at noon, I guess. I spent $4,500 on tires so far this month. Need new steers next month though. I feel you. I'll be cool with it too. That's great money. I do 56 cents a mile, $2,200 a week. Not in your class, but yeah, it's whatever works for you, man. Don't focus on pump prices. The intake price is what you want. If the price, okay. You've been in the game for 3 years. You should be pulling in 35 to 55 net take home. I should be, Big Tim, but I've made a lot of mistakes in my trucking career, so that has definitely stunted my growth in this industry. But I like to think that I'm on the right path now. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like to think that, give me another year or two, and I should be hitting that pretty consistent. I do have some plans, some things. I had an idea of how I wanted to do it, and then I just kind of scrapped it. And I'm just like really reconsidering a lot of things. So that's them hitting on that joint now. What up, Call Me Cooley? Salute to you. Don't feel bad, Jay. I just got hit up for almost $900 today for a reefer repair. Woo! But you got it though. You big money. I'm trying to get like you, Jay. What it do, bro? I sent you an email. Okay, I'm gonna check that joint. Just for D-Raj at the Pilot truck stop this morning. He did think I was going to tap him on the shoulder. Okay, word. All trucks break down, but no need to run raggedy equipment. I can feel that. I feel that. But yeah, man, so that's just what it is, man. Like, we in the shop. We not panicking. We're prepared. That's the beauty of this shit, man. As long as you're prepared, you prepare for the very worst. When the average happens, it's just like, okay. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm getting my shit fixed, drop a couple $100, go to sleep, wake up, finish out. I got like 7-8 more hours to get to where I'm going. And then I'm just going to chill. Watch the games over the weekend and just keep going. You know what I mean? And just keep going, man. Just keep learning this leasing shit and keep learning these lanes, keep learning how to productively run a truck, productively run a business. And because, I will say this, I will say that what I have learned from how I've been running more recently is how I want to run when I do buy a truck cash or, get something with a low monthly payment. I think I'm gonna leave. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, right? From the research I've been doing of my situation and what I could do next. It really wouldn't make sense for me to go from this lease to making payments on something else. Because honestly, I feel like the money that I'm making here, and the power and freedom that even though some would say is limited, but the freedom that I have to be able to do what I want to do here, the only logical next step for me after VL trucking would be, one, to get a truck cash, two, get my own authority. Because I mean, it just, like, I've been thinking about it a while. Well, not a while, but at least for like, it's been a minute. I've been thinking for a minute, because it's like, this lease to me isn't bad. Now I know everybody doesn't agree with leases, but to me, this lease isn't bad. And this lease is very sustainable. The only downsides of this lease to me is the amount that you're going to pay on the truck if you pay the truck off. But if you don't pay the truck off, then you're not worried about that. Some people will say the $5,000 is a red flag. But, when you look at the money you can make before you pay the $5,000, I don't think it's that big of a deal. So to me, it just wouldn't make sense. Like, for example, like, let's say Lone Mountain, right? Lone Mountain, if I go to Lone Mountain, I'm spending right now $19.96 a month. If I go to Lone Mountain, I might get a truck and spend, what, $1,500, $1,400. So that's the difference of what, $500 a month. But everything else will stay the same. Like, everything else will stay the same. And I just don't feel like, for me, that's a big enough difference to go from this lease to making payments or something else. So the only logical thing I feel at this point would be to go pay a truck off cash. You know what I mean? So, but, well, no, I'm still open to anything, and I'm still looking to learn, and I'm still just researching and whatever. But I definitely do think I want to get my own authority, because I figure, I've always talked about, fleets and shit like that. And the only reason I ever want to start a fleet was, one, because I seen everybody else doing it. I can admit that. I'm man enough to admit that. And two, I want to be home. Like, that's my end all. I want to be home a lot. I'm just be honest with you. Like, I'm going home next week. I was going to stay out for 3 weeks. I'm going home next week. I don't like to stay out longer than 2 weeks anymore. And because I have the ability to go home, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I just feel like having my own truck paid off cash under my own authority, I can create a situation. I think the perfect route for me would be something like I was doing at Great Wide. Maybe not out of the port specifically, but like, if I can get a situation while I'm running some type of dedicated lane, I'm home every other day, or maybe 2-3 times a week, off on the weekends, and then like every, like, say 4 to 5 weeks, I can take off a week or two, I'd be cool with that. I'd be cool with that. I really would. And I could do that for a while. Run the Midwest, Southeast. Okay, that's what I do. Word. That's what I told my dispatch. I want my triangle to be Midwest, Southeast, and Northeast. That's I financed my truck through my credit union at 4%. That's another thing I'm looking into. You know what I mean? I got some stuff brewing with a certain financial institution by the Navy Federal. Shout out to Call Me Cooley. He put me on to that. Shout out to my homeboy Wayne. They put me on something else right underneath my nose. What's good, Jay? Happy to hear you doing well, fam. Hey, Bounty Boy, you gotta email me, yo, because I got a new number. I think you probably still got my old number. Email me your number, because it didn't save into my new phone. And the matter of fact, I gotta find my old phone. I'm gonna get your number. I'm gonna hit you up. Just get a low. Oh yeah, hey, Bounty Boy. Hey, look. I got 11. Hey, bro, I got 11 on them, bro. That's crazy. But we'll talk. Just get a little monthly payment if you can't pay cash. Okay. What up, Jay? Brian from Evidence. Glad to see you doing well and you got your own truck. Oh, what up, Brian? What up, man? I hit you up. I gotta ask you some shit. Please don't go to Lone Mountain, please. Why everybody got against Lone Mountain? What do people have against Lone Mountain? I don't understand. Like, me and D-Rod used to go back all the time about Lone Mountain. I don't see nothing wrong with Lone Mountain. I heard Lone Mountain was the move. So you never use your personal credit to buy a truck or trailer. Worst thing people do. Okay. To be honest, if you're going anywhere else, even with your truck, you will be making the same at VL. Well, that's the thing that I'm learning about authorities is, you know, with your own authority, you're not making more, but you're keeping more. You know, and that's kind of what HT Logistics be talking about. I've talked to some other guys who have their own authority and paid off equipment. You're not going to make a lot more, but you're just going to keep more. You know what I mean? And I think that's what pretty much they're all they're saying, which is why I tell them I understand what they be saying, but I'm just doing what I got to do to get to that point. You know what I mean? Like, again, I say it all the time. It's levels in trucking, man. That's all. It's levels. Everybody got to go. There is no, you don't jump from CDL school to fleet owner. It just don't fucking happen like that. I wish it did. Shit. You know what I mean? But you just don't jump over shit. And I'm just going through my progressions. I'm just going through, you know, what I'm supposed to be going through to get to where I want to be. So that when I get there, I can stay there. Because you can get there, but a lot of people struggle to stay there. You know, but they don't tell you that on YouTube. I thought about getting on authority, but too much hassle. Once I get my truck and trailer paid off, got 19 more months on both, I may consider it, but then again, I don't plan on trucking forever. True, 500 less and 2 years less. I guess, Mario. I mean, I understand the bigger picture, like long term. Maybe that's, I don't know, man. To me, it's just not that big of a deal to me, you know? As long as I'm able to maintain this situation and I'm prepared for the catastrophic shit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like right now, all I got to worry about is PMs, shit like this, you know. And as long as I can get time to, you know, stack bread for the major shit, you know, $5,000 bill, as long as I got the bread for it, I just don't. But I get it, though. Again, I get it. You know, some people just look at shit from different ways, you know what I mean? So, be smooth. You don't want them to business credit is the way to go. Open up a business account. I have a business account. I don't think you can buy a truck without a personal guarantee. Only 2 weeks. You change. Hey, Dre, you remember I used to stay on the truck for like 13 weeks, bro. I'd never go back. Unless your business credit lines long up. Okay. Jay, don't run your SSN for a truck. Oh, no. I have an EIN number. Lone Mountain is the worst for used truck. Damn, for real. Lone Mountain don't fix them when through the Swift. Huh? Lone don't fix them when you do them from Swift. Oh, others, okay. Ask away, buddy. I got you. I'm up to 17 trucks now. Definitely need to stay on that path to get more so you don't have to work so hard. Damn, 17. Shit. For those who don't know who Brian is the guy I was working for when I was running out of the port, when I used to run to Kentucky and back. So shout out to him. 17. Shit. God damn. I don't even want to, man, listen. Yeah, you motherfucker got money. We gonna leave it at that. I don't talk about other people's pockets, but god damn. Look into Divvy card. No PG needed. No PG needed. That's crazy. But yeah, 17 trucks. Shit. Is he saying something to me? No. Making them 8 figs. Yeah. I look, I just seen his cars. So he got it. I ain't gonna put a bit in it out there, but I seen his cars. he ain't got no cheap cars. Which I paying for trucks, he paying for cars. Them shit's nice as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, but that's pretty much it, man. You know, ain't got too much. That's not the one who called the cops on you. Nah, that ain't him. Brian wouldn't do that shit. Brian would probably call me and tell me the cops on the way. It was cool, man. Me and Brian had no issues, man. We ain't had no issues. You know what I mean? Like, the issues I had with the port was the port. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was just like the port. Like, when the port gets slow, it just get rough, man. It just do. It just ain't enough to go around. That's just the truth about it. Like, when the port struggle, it ain't just like you struggle, and it ain't just like your company struggle. It's like everybody fucking struggling. You know what I mean? So you can't, it ain't really nobody to get mad at. Because you may have like, the port may be consisted of 100 companies. When it gets slow, 95 of those companies are struggling. Like, that's just how the fuck it go. You know what I mean? But when it's booming, everybody eating. But then that's when the issue come in, because everybody trying to get in the port, ain't enough time, ain't enough space. Man, should be crazy. Should be crazy, man. But now we always good. Word, bet. That's a bet. But I was about to say something else and I forgot. I fucking forgot, man. But to sum it up, man, was that my tire? Oh, he just took my shit off. Oh, okay. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, really. You know, letting y'all know what's going on. I hadn't really did a video in like 3-4 days, so I figured I'd just come and tell y'all what's going on with this shit. Would be 17 headaches to me with my tolerance level. But see his joints, if I remember he not I don't think his I would imagine that I don't think he has a lot of overhead, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it ain't like having 17 lease trucks. It's like, you know, I'm pretty sure out of them 17, probably 70% of them shits are paid off. So that's hand over fist. And his, you know what I mean, his drivers are home every other day, every day. That's the type of shit I want to do. Like, that's where I want to get to. I just want to do it with my own truck. That's the only thing I don't like about that shit, is it wasn't mine. You know what I mean? I wanted to have mine. And I just, you know what I mean? Like, leasing makes me a little more money, even though it's more of a sacrifice. But leasing allows me to make more money to be able to get to that shit sooner. I'm talking about drivers. Oh, yeah. I feel that. I feel you, Be Smooth. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I own 11 of them. The rest are $450. So damn, a month payments. Damn. Yeah, we gonna. Hey, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna find your number on my old phone. I'm gonna hit you up for sure. Cause God, damn, $450. Man, shit, I'm paying $4.99 a week. You paying $450 a month. God, man. Woo. I tell you, man. Listen, and that's why that's what it be so crazy. Cause like I understand. I'm seeing a lot of different videos on YouTube about, you know, the guys who own trucks cash going back and forth. Huh? Oh, the guys who own trucks cash going back and forth with the lease guys. And the way I had to learn, because I used to get sensitive and in my feelings and shit, I just don't. I just try to take in everything that everybody is willing to show to show me, share me, and shit like that. And I get it, man. I do. Like, as somebody who has younger cousins, younger siblings, like, sometimes people reject your good intentions. Like, sometimes, you know, you really do want to just show people a better way of doing shit, but sometimes we get so sensitive and insecure that we don't know how to receive that shit. So I do see a lot of that on YouTube, man. A lot of lease drivers just flat out rejecting what some of the cash or low monthly payment guys are saying. And I'm just be open to shit, man. That's it. You know, as much as we want the guys who own their trucks cash to be open to the fact that we're leasing to get to that point, we have to be open to what they're saying as well. It goes both ways, man. Nobody wants to listen anymore. Everybody's just talking to respond. Nobody actually really wants to listen to anybody or hear their side or their perspective. Everybody just want to be right and just overtalk each other. It's just fucking stupid. It's like politics. It's like the people who own trucks cash is Republicans. The people who lease are Democrats. And niggas just argue all fucking day. And this shit is just crazy to me, man. It's too much money out here, for real. It's way too much money out here for us to be arguing over how we're making money. You know, it's just, I think it's retarded. Everyone's gonna do it differently. No one is perfect. No one is perfect, man. No one is perfect. Be Smooth probably did it differently than Brian. Brian probably did it different than me. I'm probably gonna do it different than, say, somebody that called me Cooley. Called me Cooley may be different from Chasing Andrew Jackson. Chasing Andrew probably did it different from D-Raj, and so forth, man. But the beauty about this industry is that even though some people may not consider the alternative routes right, they still are profitable. Like, we all making fucking profit. Like, Everybody's making money. And that's where I get lost and why people get so offended. Because so what if somebody doesn't like your business plan? You're making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, with this pay period, I'm gonna make $2,800 to $3,000. So what if somebody says, "Oh, well, you gotta pay truck payment and you got a dispatcher and blah 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 blah." So what, nigga? I made 3 bands. Suck my dick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working my situation. That's all I can do. Trying to do more than just work your own situation, you're gonna stress yourself the fuck out. Trying to keep up with other people's, it's almost like a remixed version of trying to keep up with the Jeffersons. You're trying to keep up with everyone else's business plan. And that's the quickest way to fail to me. That's the quickest way to fucking fail. You trying to run your business like somebody else's that ain't got nothing to do with what you trying to do. This guy don't got no wife, no kids or whatever, and he don't mind being on the road for 8 weeks at a time. You got a wife and 4 kids. You go on the road for 8 weeks if you want to. See what happens. Consistently. You worried about somebody calling you soft because you want to go home. All right. And they're going to be in court with you when your wife trying to take you for half your shit because you ain't never home. Oh, okay. Y'all keep on letting people influence your decision making and, I'm cool. I'm cool on all that. Just look at the percentage of lease drivers who finish less than 10%. Better than leasing at a mega carrier. Yeah. But I think a lot of that though be smooth of lease drivers who don't finish is because a lot of people just they're not business owners, they're overpaid employees. They want to lease a truck because they just want to make more money. That's it. They don't really understand, and I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying I'm just not saying that I'm an expert in none of this shit. I'm just saying I understand it for what it is. And if I wanted to just make a lot of shit, he scared the hell out of me. Say again? Okay. I gotta go, peoples. I gotta go pay this bill. Give me like 10-15 minutes. I'll probably pay the bill, and then I'll do another live.